We're playing Russian roulette with billions of lives. We have the technology to prevent a major cataclysm, but we're doing next to nothing.
What type of cataclysm?
Remember the meteor that blew up over Russia? It sent astrophysicists back to the drawing board. To find the actual impact rate, they did something very clever. They used the Nuclear Test Ban Treaty's monitoring system. It listens for booms in the atmosphere. No nukes, but there were 24 huge atmospheric impacts. Some of them were 30 times bigger than the Hiroshima bomb. They concluded that an impact big enough to destroy an entire continent is 10 times more likely than we originally thought.
Yeah, but still pretty unlikely, right?
The odds of you or I dying in an impact are now greater than being killed by lightning, earthquakes, or even food poisoning. The difference is that it won't just kill us, it could potentially kill everyone we've ever known.
So why are we just now finding out about this?
Many scientists now believe that in addition to asteroids, there's a huge population of burned out or dark comets that are whizzing by us unseen.
How do we know that?
Well, in 1983, we almost got hit by a 5-mile-wide dark comet called a Ross-Araki-Alcock. We didn't see it until it was 2 weeks from closest approach. And more recently, NASA found Catalina 2013. It's a huge dark comet that's bigger than the dinosaur killer.
But over the centuries, we've wiped out hundreds of species.
That's true, but one large impact could take out millions of species, and not in centuries, but potentially in a few days. The dinosaurs didn't have a space program, but for the first time in Earth's history, one species has the ability to protect all the other species. Look, the clock is ticking. A recent research paper states that the warning time of an impact is likely to be at most a few days. A few days.
So why isn't this a huge priority for our space programs?
The problem is probably us. None of us know anyone who's been killed by an asteroid or comet. It's just not real.
How do we make it real?
Well, when I was a Navy fighter pilot, I lost one of my best friends in a crash. 60% of all tactical jet pilot fatalities are pilots ignoring warnings and flying into the ground. So I designed an altitude warning system that would literally scare pilots into reacting, created kind of a falling sensation. Well, it worked. Now the question is, how do we scare the world? Well, we tell a true story that we hope never happens. The Fuzed Trilogy is reality-based fiction. It's a cross between Avatar, The Bourne Identity, and Armageddon. But scaring the world isn't enough. Fuzed proposes a possible solution using the latest cutting-edge technology. Fuzed was originally titled Resurrect. It's been translated into other languages, won multiple awards, was an Amazon category bestseller, 4.7 of 5 stars, Harry Potter territory, but more importantly, it's been endorsed by astrophysicists, astronauts, admirals, and even journalists.
So how are you going to get the word out?
We're taking Fuzed to the movies. Our producers Rick Eldridge and Fred Miller have over 70 years of filmmaking experience. Their movies have been nominated for Academy Awards. We're very excited. But Fuzed is also a perfect platform for a powerful video game built around real threats. And we'll be donating a portion of the movie and game proceeds to nonprofits like the B612 Foundation that are actively trying to protect us.
So Dave, are impacts the only real threat to our existence?
Unfortunately, no. These things are doubling in capacity about every 18 months. Soon there will be billions of them, and they're becoming more and more linked, kind of like the neurons in a human brain. Combined, their IQ would already far exceed ours. Forget about Skynet. What if Siri wakes up and she's pissed? Look, there are a lot of great causes out there, but the threats we're talking about have the potential to put us all on the endangered species list. And I hate to sound like a cliche, but please join us and help us save the world.